Hello. Today's video broaches the topic of dysfunctional things people raised by narcissists do. Being raised by a narcissistic parent or two causes a person to act differently than people raised by healthy, functional parents. Aside from the most obvious common problem, complex PTSD, being raised by narcissists creates certain unique behaviors that almost every victim experiences. Being afraid to say no. Narcissists don't allow their children to have boundaries. No can be met with abuse, name-calling or scathing criticisms, guilt trips, and even physical violence. Children use yes as a survival skill as a result. They learn early in life it's easier just to do whatever it is their narcissistic parent wants than to say no and face the consequences. This behavior becomes such a habit it's often carried into adulthood. While it served a good purpose as a child, it no longer does as an adult. Part of being a healthy adult means having healthy boundaries. You need to start asking yourself, why are you saying yes? Are you saying yes because you really want to, or because you're afraid of disappointing someone if you say no? Start saying no when you're saying yes when you don't want to. Now, some people are not going to like this, but one thing to keep in mind, healthy, good, caring people respect boundaries. Users and abusers don't. If someone gets upset with you for having a healthy boundary, that really isn't the kind of person you need in your life. Apologizing too much. Narcissistic parents blame their children for every single thing, so their children learn early on to apologize for everything, whether or not it's their fault. This dysfunctional survival skill also carries into adulthood, and it needs to stop. When you feel the urge to apologize, pray. Ask God, is this truly your fault? Should you apologize, or are you only doing so out of habit? Being unable to express emotions in a healthy way. Narcissists can't handle the emotions of other people, and that includes their own children. They force their children to stifle their emotions, often by shaming them for having them. This tells children their emotions are bad. To cope, many continue to repress their emotions, while others express them in extremely inappropriate ways, such as getting angrier than is appropriate in a particular situation. It can be hard at first, I know, but you need to learn to get in touch with your emotions and give them a healthy outlet. Ask God to help you do this because, frankly, it's going to get scary at first, especially showing your anger after a lifetime of stifling it. Journaling can be helpful, too, because there's something about seeing things in writing that brings a lot of clarity. Not trusting your intuition and perception. Constant gaslighting is possibly the most cruel form of abuse there is, and it's also a favorite among narcissists. Gaslighting makes a person second-guess everything about themselves, including their instincts, perception, feelings, thoughts, whatever, because it makes them feel that they're wrong about everything, or maybe even that they're crazy. The fact is, though, that you aren't wrong, you're not crazy, you're fine. It's the gaslighting that made you doubt these things, but it doesn't mean that they're actually wrong or flawed somehow. Your instincts, perceptions, feelings, and thoughts are just fine, and they're trustworthy. Ask God to help you to learn to trust yourself, and start paying attention too. You'll see that the more you're right about little things, the more you learn to trust yourself. Over-explaining yourself. Narcissistic parents demand their children behave in certain ways that are acceptable to them, no matter how the child feels about it. When the child fails to meet these impossibly high expectations, the parent demands an explanation for the failure. This is one more survival skill that children of narcissists learn, and again, it carries into adulthood. It feels strange at first to stop explaining yourself so much, but if you stick with it, it becomes more comfortable as time goes on, and you develop a balance in this area. Always remember, not everyone needs an explanation for what you do. These behaviors, although dysfunctional, don't have to be permanent. With prayer and some work on your part, you can make healthy changes. Thank you for watching my video.